Thank you, Fiona. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Elaine. Thank you, Jennifer. Okay, module 1, introduction. Okay, now many people set goals. Last time I also set goals. I also work hard, right? But yet those people who set goals, they never really achieve their goals, their dreams, their aspiration. Most people, although they set goals, they don't really achieve. Not all of them achieve, right? So in my practice, I found most of my clients also they set goals, but not all of them achieve their goals ultimately. Now they have not. What I found is that they have not developed the ability to be able to sell their products, services, and or ideas to others. Now we are in the so-called as we live our life, we are always in the so-called business of selling. Don't you agree? We are always in the business of selling. Sometimes you could be selling your ideas. Sometimes you could be selling yourself. For example, you go for a job interview, you are selling yourself, or you want to convince your boss to adopt certain ideas of yours, you are selling your ideas. So we are in that business of selling. So if we are in the business of selling all the time, then we must learn how to persuade other people to buy the thing that we are selling. Am I right to say that? Okay, so everyone lives by selling something, yeah? And then yet it's a bit unfortunate, but I see quite a number of cases like this, so I'm just sharing with you. So no offense to anyone, this is just my observation, so I may be wrong. Okay, so don't believe a thing I say. Yeah, some of the most honest people that I know are completely unable to convince other of what they believe. I repeat again, some of the most honest people that I know are completely unable to convince others of what they believe. They truly believe in certain thing, but when they're trying to sell that thing that they believe in to someone else, they couldn't do that confidently, competently. Do you have you encountered people like this? They're good people, they're honest people, but when they come to selling, okay, they can't do it. Okay, they just can't do it. All right. Not only are they inadequate at persuasion, I call it persuasion. They often come across as lying and unsure of themselves in the communication process. When they try to sell, they like stammer a little bit, and then like sweating a little bit, and then the eyes, shift here, shift there, doesn't look focused at all. They just can't do it. Okay, and in the end, they look like they are lying. They're not lying. They're pure honest, but they just don't know how to do it, how to do the persuasion competently. Okay, I'm not sure about you all. Have you all encountered people like this? Right. So what is persuasion? Persuasion is the ability. Okay, let's do some definition first, so that we are on the same page. Persuasion is the ability to induce belief and values in other people by influencing their thoughts and actions through specific strategies. Can I repeat that again? Persuasion is the ability to induce belief and values in other people by influencing their thoughts and actions through specific strategies. So just now when I talk about that honest people can't really persuade, right? It's because they may not have a specific strategy for the delivery of the persuasion. So persuasion is just not about talking. It's really talking through specific strategies. Now, so before we move on, let me pin down certain concepts first. Okay. If you agree with this statement, then type yes in the chat box. We are all motivated towards pleasure, or we are all motivated away from pain. Okay, so that means whatever we do, when we make choices, we always have this in mind. We make the choice so that we move towards pleasure, or we make the choice so that we can move away from the pain. Do you agree with this statement? Do you do that also? That means this is your consideration when you make decisions. Right? So I'm telling you, this is what I see in many people. When they make decision, It's either they are motivated towards the pain, it's wrong, towards pleasure, or they are moving away from pain, or both, Huh? So, for example, if you quit your job, are you moving away from pain, or are you moving towards pleasure? For example, you towards a better pay job, a better quality job, high potential job, things like that. Or are you moving away from a toxic work environment? It's always like that. Huh? So understanding this simple premise will allow the 9 yin-yang laws to fall correctly into place. So this is the premise that you must, all of us should agree upon, so that we are starting on the same page. Huh? That, let me repeat. Where is it now? We are all motivated towards pleasure and or away from pain. Huh? So once you understand this, then we can bring in the 9 yin-yang laws to talk about persuasion. So this workshop is not your typical persuasion course. Why? Because it is heavily infused with yin yang principles. I don't bring all the chim chim thing about I Ching into this thing. I just want to use yin yang to bring in and to tell you about persuasion. And yin yang is so powerful that it can be applied almost in everywhere, in every aspect of our life. Okay, and persuasion is one of them. So what is I Ching? In case someone first time hearing about I Ching, I Ching is an ancient science of nature which dates from over 7,000 years ago, believed to be one of the world's oldest book, and it contains all the universal principles, all the laws and principles about universe and how it works. Okay, so of course the fundamentals of I Ching is yin yang and the 5 elements. So if we are learning metaphysics, the xiang and the su, and then we have to bring in the yin yang and 5 elements. But right now we don't have to. We don't have to go bring on the qim qim principles. Now, when we learn I Ching, there are many ways to learn I Ching. So 3 major ways is through the metaphysics way. I mean the su su, the numeric energy part. Okay, that's the number 1 way. Number 2 is through the yi li. Yi li means the philosophy and the principle part. Now, today, in order to explain to you persuasion, I'm coming in from the principle-based, principle-based 自然法则, from this perspective to come in to talk about persuasion from I Ching perspective. Okay, so nothing chim chim about it, because if it's principle-based, that means all of us are living it day by day. All I need to do is to bring it out into the observable dimension to show it to you all what this law is all about. Okay, so this will be the same 9 yin-yang laws that salesperson, managers, entrepreneurs, public speakers, religious and political leaders, and activists today use to influence others to believe in their ideas. So where can you use this? You can use this for face-to-face talking, phone conversation, texting, email. So for example, just now, Tom and Audrey they buy the TV. The salesman is doing a face-to-face with my friends. So the salesman can use this tactic. So in short, the one who chooses the right response controls the game of life. Okay. So that's about it. That ends the module 1. Okay. So I hope to end module 1 and module 2 quickly so that we can move into module 3 to talk about the 9 yin-yang laws of persuasion. So let us, any quick question before I move on to module 2? If you can follow me so far, no problem. Type OK in the chat box so that I can have some feedback on where we are right now. Thank you. Thank you.